Hey guys, what's up? How are you guys tonight? So last night, at the end of the stream, I pulled out an old sketchbook that had an old drawing that I had done, a sketch for like a Rampage poster, and I'm going to ink it tonight. I had inked it before, and hey Keith, this looks exciting. Yeah, I'll try to make it exciting. We'll see. I had inked this before traditionally, and I think I have it somewhere. I don't think I think it's in my portfolio. Maybe I'll pull it out at the end of the night. But I thought I might, see how I would approach this now and see, you know, what it looks like. So, hey Demetrius, how are you doing? So I'm gonna get going here. And my brush. So what I did is I took a picture of it with my iPad from the sketchbook. I opened up a new you know canvas in Procreate, and then so what I did is I put I added the picture that I took of the sketchbook. That is the Sears Tower, or the Willis Tower now. And I lowered the opacity on that layer, just to drop it down. And then so there's another way to do this too. I could also do this. There's a layer on top here. I could do like a blue line. So I would on that top layer, color it all blue, and then go to what would it be? Color, or just change the layer mode, and it will do kind of a blue line. But I don't usually do that. The other thing you could change is like the hue and saturation, but I usually just like lowering the opacity. Hi, I by Cartman. All right, so let's get started. I'm gonna go to my ink and my brush, and we'll just start inking this. Man, I was so messy, so I just gotta kind of see how long this takes me. If you guys have any questions, please throw them in the chat. Probably would help too if I had pulled up like reference for what these things look like. I haven't drawn it in so long. Here we go. What size canvas are you using in Procreate? 8x11. I usually do 8x11 because those are the that's the size I usually do prints at. So I just kind of stick with that, so that when if I do go to do prints, I'm not really distorting the sizes. It's easier on my printer too. I used to print do 11x17s, and it just wasn't worth it. The paper costs more, used more ink or whatever. Change this eye. What brush should I use? Right now I'm using a custom brush that I made. It's called Chunky Monkey. I'm gonna I want to make a couple more brushes, and then once I get a couple more, I will put on another brush pack on my Gumroad. Do I make my main income through art? No, I don't. I'm actually an electrician, and art is like a like a passion. I make a little bit of money on art, but nothing where it's full time or anything. Oh, you go to Staples to print. I bought a So I make my prints off a Canon. What is it? IX6 6820, and I bought that from Best Buy a couple years ago, and it was actually pretty reasonable, like price wise, and yeah, I love it, and it prints 11 by 17. It goes up to I think 13 by 9 or 19, like so, and the ink's not that expensive, so I kind of like I said, I used to print 11 by 17s, and it just was becoming too much, so I stopped doing it. But I guess it just depends how much you're printing. If you're doing like a lot, then definitely going through a printer would make sense. I got an 11 by 17 bed scanner used, which is really nice, but it doesn't print well. Gotcha. Yeah, I had an old it was a Mustic, or Mustic 11 by 17 scanner, and I just traded that out for a Brother like laser printer. It's an all-in-one, and it has a large format scan bed. I don't usually print prints on it, but I will scan things. But I do so many things digitally now anyway. It doesn't really. I'm not scanning too much anymore. Let me make that a little bigger. Can you please post after you're done watching the from Portugal? Oh yeah, absolutely. I will. I will definitely post this when I'm done. Yeah, I usually try to get these um, lives up once I'm finished. You know, let's see. See if I could change this a little bit. Oh yeah, no problem. Appreciate you hanging out. Yeah, you too. AAG art. Digital is so much easier using graphite transfer. Yeah, to letter something. That's what were you lettering, like word balloons, or adding like a title or graphic to something. Digital is just, I fought it for so long, uh, and the real downside to it. Oh, it was like a title. Okay. The For me is that there is no actual like original art when I'm done, and it's just a file. And a lot of times, a lot of folks will ask me like, they're interested in buying some of this stuff, and I usually have to tell people I don't have a actual original piece. You can buy a print. So that's probably the biggest downside to the digital stuff. Have I heard of Bloodborne? No, but it sounds familiar. Was that a game or a comic? I don't know why that sounds familiar. Thanks, Otto. I did a speed racer drawing a while back, and I want to buy the print for my son. He's really into cars. Okay, yeah, DM me, and I'll see if I have. I don't know if I have a copy of that, but I can check and see. I may even still have the original because that was an original drawing. We'll go. I think at the end of this stream, I'll go. I'll go and walk through some of my original traditional art that I have. I have a couple of portfolios that we can look through. Just kind of reminisce. Show you guys what I was doing. Like a year or two ago, traditionally. I change this. I go. I'm gonna change his expression a little bit. Oh, excellent. No, I don't like that. See, now I get to play around with, a lot of the shapes and stuff. I can try different things out. That's the other thing. I will check that later. With digital, is I can try so many things out, and I'm not losing anything or having to start over. I have a Viler style McFarlane Dragon Eye, yeah. Vary these up a little bit. Probably should be looking at kind of a some reference from this because I don't really remember how these guys look exactly, but whatever. We're gonna try to do our best here. See what happens. Let's see the meat of this thumb. to change this a little bit. Again, if you guys have any questions, just throw them in the chat. I was reading yesterday. I'm reading, what was it? Firepower by Kirkman and Chris Somney. I'm reading I guess it would be the first 6 issues. I'm reading a trade. I got it from the library. Hey, Chris. How you doing tonight? I had read The Prelude, which was I guess a OGN that they had released, kind of going over the backstory before they released like the main book. And I really liked that. I like the concept and everything. It's a good book. But anyway, I like to read before I go to bed, and I really started getting into it again. I like the story. I like where it's going. I'm looking forward to reading some more tonight. I've always liked Kirkman, though, and his stories, like Invincible. Has anybody read Invincible? They're going to cartoons coming out pretty soon. What kind of stories do I enjoy reading? I like reading. I like reading stories where the good guy, where good guys win. Like people are like really, like I guess heroic, like superhero stories, but I also like action and stuff. When it comes to the stories I gravitate towards, so I guess that's why I like manga so much. Invincible, I read maybe like the first 12 issues. Yeah, it's Invincible is a great book. I would definitely recommend it if you only read the first 12. I would pick it up again and read the rest of it. It goes on, I think, 144 issues. It's really pretty good. Oh, you should read it. You should definitely read it. It's it takes almost like the story of it's got elements of like Superman and just like a really like fleshed out like superhero universe, and just does a lot of really interesting things with it. If you like stuff that Kirkman's written, you'll definitely like Invincible. It really was a great book. It's finished now, but I really liked it when it was coming out. Local shop is doing a half off sale. Hopefully they'll be there. You know what? I read. I'm trying to get my son to read it right now, and they have it available on one of the library app that I use for checking out books digitally is called Hoopla, and they have like everything, all the trades available on there. That's where I'm reading, what is it, Blade of the Immortal on that app too. And they give you like, what is it, like 10 borrows a month. So it's actually a pretty good deal. I mean, different libraries I think have different services that they use, but that's the one my library uses. It's called Hoopla. I'll have to read it. Always looking for new things to read. Yeah, I think you would love it. I really like it, and like I said, it's they're about to release Amazon animated series next month, so perfect time to read the source material before the actual animated series comes out. It'd be interesting to see what they change, because there's some really cool story things that I'm not sure how they're gonna approach them with an animated series, or how like far they're gonna go. But you know what, they've really kind of pushed things on the boys. Um, that I was like, when I heard that they were gonna make that show, like I was like, how the hell are they gonna make the boys into a show, and like keep a lot of that. But they uh, they found a way. Yeah, I do read them on the iPad. I mean, if I can if I get trades, it's usually something from like half price books, or something like something used, or old books. I'll get them, but I usually don't go to like the comic book stores anymore. Um, iPad's just easier for me. Clean up his teeth a little bit. Gonna make these. Side of his mouth. Come in here. I have not. I have not watched the. I haven't watched any of the live action Tick shows. I don't know. Just never interested me. Are they any good? I mean, I loved the cartoon growing up. It's pretty good. It's like the polar opposite of the boys, really. Again, like the boys is. I was very surprised that they were able to pull it off in the way they have. You know. It's awesome, yeah. Okay. They didn't renew it, unfortunately, but it's got characters like the Terror. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I'll have to add it to the list of things to do and to watch. See, now I'm kind of trying to add some things that I didn't have in there the first time. So let's see. Let's see what I had for his anatomy. A little big shoulders and a little tiny chest. I think I need to. What brush do you like to ink with? Right now, the brush I'm inking with is a custom brush I made. It's called Chunky Monkey. And that's pretty much the one I use all the time. I like it. It's got, it's got a nice texture to it, and then it also has it, like, I can go really cut really tight lines, and then I can also go really fat just with the pressure, and it doesn't take very much. Yeah, you just gotta experiment a lot. It took me a long time to get used to, one, just even drawing digitally, um, and then two, finding a brush that like felt natural to me. I feel like this brush right here that I'm using now um, feels close to a brush pen to me. Like the way it acts. Um, but the only way you're gonna find that brush you like is to just you know get in there and try things out. Try to- Yeah, no problem. I mean, if you're interested, I do have a brush pack available on my Gumroad, and it's some of my favorite brushes that I use. This brush in particular isn't in there. This is the one I just I just made this one, but I got a bunch of other brushes in there that I really like. Like the Kniff Steady was the brush I was using for the longest time. But yeah, if you're interested, my there's a link to my Gumroad in my profile, my link tree, and there it's one of those things where you can kind of just pay what you want. So totally, you can take it for free. Um, and yeah, check them out. It's a bunch of different ones. Maybe there's something you like, maybe not. Hey, S Dog. Have you ever dropped color underneath your roughs to try and figure out lighting? Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know if I've done it just for lighting, but no, I think I understand what you mean. Like, to just test it out before I start, going for like the final art. Is that what you mean by that? Um, no, not. I mean, like, usually like for my lighting and color and stuff, um, I just do it when I'm coloring. Like, I'll throw in a flat layer of color after I'm done with the line art, and then I will worry about lighting after I'm done with that layer. But I'm always kind of thinking about the lighting as I am inking too. So trying to think about like line weights and stuff, and usually I try to think of where the light's coming from, and then so I'll make like my lines heavier on one side of the artwork. Just kind of using line weights to kind of interpret the lighting. I mean, it takes you just got to experiment, figure out what works best for you. I mean, I've tried so many different ways of doing things. There's no one way that's better than the. You got to find the way that's best for you, basically. You know, and that again, it all takes experimentation. That's really what it is. For the soldier that you've seen, that for the soldier that's seen the sun at midnight. I don't know if it's smart or intuitive. I appreciate you saying that, but yeah, it's just trial and error. Art for me has always been like a process, and and a lot of experimentation. Hi, cartoon. I mean, there's so many different approaches and so many ways to do the same thing. You know, I was listening to Freemason. Okay, he actually drawn soldiers with guns. Okay. I think the original drawing, I really like shredded this gorilla. I'm gonna change that a little bit. I'm gonna make it more simple. It's too much. Big Kong. No, this is you're supposed to post when it's done. Sure, you can repost it. Um, this is actually a drawing I did of Rampage, that rock movie that came out a few years ago. Is based on an old video game. Yep, that's right, E-Man. All right, let's see how this is gonna work. I feel like the anatomy isn't perfect on this. So now I get a chance to kind of look back at this with fresh eyes and see like some things I could change about it. Yeah, I used to play Rampage too. Just played it I played it at the arcade. Yeah, now it's like it would have been 2019. We went to there's a an old retro arcade in just right outside Chicago in Brookfield that we go to. It's called Galloping Ghost, and they have like pretty much I would say almost any like old school like retro arcade machine or arcade machine that you can think of. And they have a couple of the Rampage machines that we were playing. It's a really cool place. If you guys are ever around Chicagoland and you want to go play some old arcade games, that's a great place to go. It's like $20 and you get to play all day. Yeah, they are. This guy that has this place, it's been in business for a while, and they like he's got so much stuff there. It's amazing. And like I said, like if you can think of it, he's probably got it. Like he has the four or the big X-Men arcade with the dual screens, bunch of Mortal Kombat games, or you know like one through whatever four or whatever came out in there. All the Street Fighter stuff, and then like so many things that I'm not even mentioning because I can't even think of them all. But you know, you could think of it. He's probably got it there. Screw this up. This knee. Hmm. Trying to think of the best way to do this. I'm starting to kind of remember what I was thinking when I was drawing this. This took me a while when I did this drawing back in the day. So this has been a couple years ago now. When I did the original pencil drawing. Man, I remember the game I played in the arcade called Virtual, which was a blast. Huh. I don't know if I've ever played that one. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever played that. I'll have to see. Thanks, Dan. Project Alice, thank you. The Gundam fighting games were sick. Yeah, I never really played. My son's got a Gundam game on what was it? On PlayStation. It came out like a year or two ago, and I really like that. It's like they had like almost all the Gundams from all the series. So I get to play as some of my favorite Gundams. Yeah, the pug is humming. What Gundam series did you guys introduce you to Gundam? Mine was it was Gundam Wing, and it was also G Gundam. Back on Toonami. Cruisers. Head control. That sounds really cool. Wing, yep. Yeah, I would watch Toonami every day after school. So I think that's we were probably watching the same thing, E-Man. Yeah, Wing is I wanna I wanna revisit it just to see what it's like. It's like now I've watched so many different series. Like, have you guys watched Gundam Origin? With it kind of goes over like the it's like a prequel to the '78 series. It was really good. Follows like Char and stuff. I don't know if I finished it though. Yep. Stayed up late for Cowboy Bebop, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I think I finished it. Not sure though. Check it out, and maybe I missed an episode or whatever. I think the last Gundam thing that I watched that I thought was really good was Thunderbolt. Really like that one, and Unicorn. That's the other thing. Unicorn was pretty good. There's a lot of stuff. I was watching it when I was on a weekly schedule, but dropped off after committing to One Piece. Have you? How do you like One Piece? I've always tried to get into to the anime, and I just haven't been able to get into it. My son his loves the manga and is like all caught up and has read like every volume of the manga. Thanks, Proyeko. Let's see. Yeah, he loves One Piece. But he's not. Never really was interested in watching the anime. Yu Yu Hakusho. Yep, I watch that all the time. I like that show. Couldn't get into the One Piece. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what it was. Like I remember when it was first like airing like dubs or whatever over here, and I would try it and I maybe watch a couple episodes and I don't know, it just never caught on with me. And it seems like, like most like shonen manga or anime or whatever, that'd be something that I'd like to love it after getting caught up and getting together for it to really get good in anime. It's every hour a lot, but it's a blast. Is there a lot of filler in the anime? Hey, Solace. Hi, X. The brush I used to ink with is a custom brush that I made. It's called Chunky Monkey. It's like kind of like for me, it's like a brush pen, kind of crossed with like a marker, so I can get real thin, and then with just a little bit of pressure, I can go real fat. But it gives you like kind of like a blocky thing. Yeah, it's texture too for it. Hey Bruno. Naruto, yeah, I love Naruto. I was watching it. I'd watch it back in the day when they had not released it. I would just watch fan dubs of it, and I'd watch it like every week. I remember being so excited when Shippuden was coming out, and just like I always I like a lot of I like stories that continue and the characters age. Like Dragon Ball and Naruto. You get to see like progression and the story unfold. Instead of having the characters just be like forever, like kids or whatever. You get to see like them mature and them actually have children too. That's something that you don't see that much in America or in American comics. Characters aging and then their children growing up, and the characters that you started off the series with, you know, their roles change, and as their life changes. Dragon Ball Z, of course, yeah. Dragon Ball Z got to the point where like I just couldn't wait to see what happened, so I would read ahead of what they were releasing anime wise in the U.S. So I would get like fan translations or whatever. Man, like so lucky nowadays, like with the amount of things that Spider Girl was cool. Trout, I think I missed something. There is in between major arcs, they tend to put a lot of filler, and new seasons do less filler before tell the story arcs. Yeah, that's probably my biggest thing with like most animes is having to put in filler and stuff. Naruto did that a lot. So did so did Bleach had a couple filler arcs. You played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the Dreamcast. Loved the game back in the day. Wish I was released for modern consoles. Yeah, I didn't. I played it a little bit on Dreamcast. I kind of, I slept on the Dreamcast. It's one of those systems that my friends would have it, and I'd play it here and there, but like I didn't have it. I was like a PlayStation guy. Spider Girl picked up where Peter Parker and Mary Jane would. Yeah, okay, now I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I got you, Trout. Yeah, I like stories like that. So again, like I was saying, I was talking about this yesterday. The rotating to get the lines I want to make instead of trying to move my hand around. Went on a big long run for what it was. That's cool. Yeah, I don't think I didn't really catch that run. Manatee. You like Sailor Moon because of the science. Yeah. Yeah, I used to watch Sailor Moon too. I watched a lot of cartoons growing up. I just remember like being like so like blown away by Ron Franz did the art. It was cool. I'm gonna look him up real quick. Images. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know this guy's art. That's cool. That's right up. I like styles like his. Favorite Cartoon Network series. Ooh, that's a good one. Probably Dexter's Lab. He had so many different, and I think that was Tredadowski, or I can't think of his name. But yeah, those episodes had so many cool like Easter eggs and stuff in them, and little homages. You can definitely tell he was influenced. You can tell his influences and stuff. Because I think they had like giant mechs in that. They had all kinds of awesome things, and then they had this superhero elements with the I can't remember the team. They were basically the Avengers. Justice Friends. There you go. That's what it was. Major Glory. What was the the Hulk knockoff name? I can't think of it. Crunk or Grunk? Dial M for Monkey. Yes. Yeah. Monkey. Yeah, that was probably my favorite. Like like my kids, they were watching regular show the other day, and at the end of regular show they play the little bumper, and then Fraggable Crunk. Yep. Mega Man cartoon. I watched that a lot too. Super fighting robot. Mega Man. Yeah, that was awesome. I would always watch that. I love Mega Man games. Like Mega Man 2 is probably my gotta be, if it's not my favorite, it's probably my favorite Nintendo game. Like I have played that game so many times. I never played Mega Man 4, Mega Man X4. Um, Airman, yep. I got it. Have you guys ever listened to like some of those? So on Spotify, I found like a bunch of these guys that would, you know, they're like bands that would do like music, and the subject matter would be like old video games. So I can't think of the guy. Bentofloss, and he would do songs, and he would put lyrics to like the background music to the stages. So like he had an Airman one. He had a bunch of them, but I always got into that. I thought it was fun. I thought they were pretty funny. Who else? Mega Ran. That's one that that's a guy I listen to sometimes. Oh yeah, and you're talking about Mega Man, E Man, because he was coming on. I think where I was, it was coming on. What was it? Yeah, it was definitely an over the air channel. I want to say it was on over in Chicago. It was UPN, I think, channel 50. And that's where I would watch it. Yeah, it was a good show. You know, Capcom's got so many cool properties. You know, they really they. I'm like so out of touch with like video games and stuff nowadays. But just think about like how many titles that they have that were like hits. You know, like Mega Man, Street Fighter. They made like so many awesome beat 'em up games. I don't know what channel, but it was one that was close enough to pick up. Yeah. Where do you live again, E Man? You live in the South, right? I just sent your stuff off, and I didn't even look at the where it was going. The Street Fighter film with Van Damme. Yeah, I saw that in the theater. Yeah, we were we I think I liked. I can't remember exactly my reaction, but I'm sure I loved it when I was a kid. South Georgia, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I love that. I'm pretty sure I liked Street Fighter. I know, like I definitely loved Mortal Kombat when it came out in the theater. I I remember we went. This was like right around when my parents were letting us go to the to see movies by ourselves. And I must have been, I don't know when Mortal Kombat came out. It was like 94, 93, 94 maybe. And so I was probably like 11 or 12, something like that. And I still to this day remember how loud it was. The theater was packed. And this is not like nowadays how the theaters they have the that lounge seating where you can kick back and everybody's like, you know, away from everybody, sort of like it's, the seats are real big now. Before the theaters, the seats were like right next to each other. It was like baseball stadium like seating. Like everybody's like packed in there. It was crazy, and it just like Mortal Kombat, just like blowing my eardrums out. Everybody went crazy. It was awesome. Monster Hunter fan, Kevin W has a lot of gems. I've never played Monster Hunter. They just released a movie, didn't they? I just, I last couple of years I used to play video games all the time, and now I don't, because all I do is draw now. Thanks, JR. Yeah, with Mila Jovovich. Yes, I have. I did play that game. I actually did a some fan art that got in a Darkstalkers versus Street Fighter comic. They put out a call out for people that wanted to do fan art for it, and if they liked it, they would print it in the back of the comic, and it is in issue number 8, I believe. Yeah, I like a lot of horror stuff, so like that game definitely was right up my alley. The ColecoVision. I never had a ColecoVision. I think I was too I was a little young for that. I think the oldest system that we had at the time was an Atari. I'm better off drawing, yeah. Which other animal do I think should be in Rampage? Uh, huh. You know, I don't know. They have a lizard. They have monkey, a wolf. I don't know. Maybe a rat. Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah. That song is like stuck in my head from Sonic Adventure. I think that was 2, right? The one where he's like running down the streets of like San Francisco, I think. A flamingo. Oh, that's a good one. Man, I put in a lot of detail here. And try to make this a little. An eagle. That wouldn't be bad. Like a bird. Oh shit! I didn't even know that. I mean, I guess a rat makes sense. What did World Tour come out on? Was that an arcade game or was that like a console game? Favorite X-Men is Cable. I have always loved Cable, and that comes from watching the cartoon. And I just watched the episode again the other day. My sons were watching it. It's he's the wild man of Borneo. It was a Genosha episode where Gambit, Storm, and Jubilee get captured when they try to go on vacation. N64. Huh, that makes sense. I never had an N64. I always would play it at my friend's house, so that's probably why I didn't know about it. Let's go. I'll have to check it out. I have a retro Pi, an emulator thing, so try to I'll play it one of these days. Yeah, Wolverine is awesome. I mean, Wolverine's that obvious character that's Universal Tour. Okay, cool. Thanks, E-Man. Like I said, I remember I'm gonna try to check it out. Who do you think about Earth Weath? In Universal Tour, they introduced Curtis the rat, Boris the rhino, Ruby the lobster, and a secret alien. Mucus. Clever name. See how we doing on time. Further there. Let me look again real quick, Johnny. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, it's not bad, Johnny. I like the. Is that a like a? Oh, you did a shoe design, and I like the Capcom and versus Marvel piece. That's really cool. I think my favorite is probably the retro systems with the Sega consoles. How long you been drawing for, Johnny? With the about 13 years. That's cool. When did you start drawing? Like, what age did you start drawing? About 6 years old. That's cool. Let's see if I can add a little dimension to this. It's not as flat as it was. In the original drawing. Thanks, Drift. Yeah, Sega Saturn, definitely. I always wanted one. Just never got it. Like I said, it was we were more PlayStation. This is based on Rampage, the movie version. Again, this is something that I had drawn around when the movie was coming out, and so yesterday at the end of the stream, I was going through an old sketchbook and I found it, and I was like, hey, I think I'll ink this. Yeah, inspiration is definitely important. Yep, three-way battle. I slipped on the Sega Saturn. No comfortable. Oh man. Clean that up a little bit. That is correct. So if the pencil's down or close to it, it will just worry about the pencil. But if I could also do it with my fingers if the pencil isn't down. So it's pretty. I mean, every now and again, I'll if I'm lifting my hand a weird way or my one finger's down my pinky, it'll catch something. But for the most part, it's pretty good at rejecting my palm. I mean, like I try like again, I've tried so many different like I had a Cintiq, I had a tablet, tried all different types of things, and once I got this iPad, um, like I really started to be able to get the hang of digital. do I save every second of drawn? Not sure what you mean, cartoon, but the Procreate is pretty good about saving the progress and everything, and it records a time lapse video every time. So all the marks I'm making, it's being recorded. So that's how I make a lot of my time lapse videos that I put on YouTube. So now we're getting close, guys. Thanks for hanging in there. Now I'm just doing rubble. So now I can just go a little bit faster, and then I'm worrying about like light and shadows now. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, it does. I think it does autosave. I never press save, at least. Yeah. I mean, Procreate is really like the perfect app for me. You know, plus for the money, you cannot beat it. They always have updates and things like that. One of the best drawing programs I've used. Which is multi-platform. Yeah. Would you use it like on your like on a PC or a laptop? Is that what you would use it for, E-Man? Or use it on? Do I own a PS4? Yes. Well, my sons do. So yes, kind of I do own one, because I bought it, but I don't ever play it. Bought a Cintiq that I don't use because of convenience of Procreate. Yeah, you know, that's my Cintiq sits in a drawer now. I don't think it'll ever come out again. Yeah, and that same thing with me. Like I bought the Cintiq a long time ago, and then I ended up my wife bought me the iPad for Christmas. That's when I kind of switched over. I thought the Cintiq was so cool, and that it was going to, you know, I was going to do all this cool stuff with it. And I did for a little bit, but I never really, you know, got the hang of it. Oh, thanks, E-Man. This is a lot of hours of practice and trying things out. That's what it is. I mean, you're getting really good at it too. I mean, how long you been using Procreate for? You're definitely putting in a lot of work on it. Thanks, Ross. MJ, thank you. Have you tried printmaking? Took a course of it online. I have not tried printmaking. Do you mean like just like making prints of stuff, or like traditionally? Is that what you mean, or because I mean like I'm print prints. I bet you this lettering took me a real long time when I first did it. It's probably like thinking about how to make it and trying to be real precise. Let's see, make this M out here. Art prints through a roller, so like screen printing. Yeah, okay. No, I haven't. I don't think I've ever tried that before. Did you like the course? Can I change the type text of texture? I mean, like you draw on a cardboard box or paper sheet. Yeah, yeah. I'll put my texture stuff in a minute. Let me just I'm almost finished with the ink. So let me do that, and then I'll show you how I do my texture. Yeah, because you're talking about like the way everything looks on my posts usually, right? Where it's kind of like a yellowish, kind of like old like paper texture. That E is a little squeezed in there. I'm gonna go like this. Just gonna move it over a little bit. I can get rid of that now. Still a little squeezed, but all right. So let me go out and grab that paper texture. Gallery. Where can I grab it from? Here it is. Here. Copy. Back in. Over. And then paste. I'll just stretch this out. Turn it around. So on the top layer, I turn it to linear burn, and there's that old, like, kind of paper texture look. And then usually I'll color on top of that, but that's probably it for today. I'm not gonna color it, but that's a drawing. Inked. So I'm gonna so that's it for this drawing. I'll color it tomorrow on tomorrow's stream. We can kind of just go through that. You know, it's probably pretty close to what it was before. So let me drop this out. So that's that. And then here's the new one. I think once I color it, it's really going to, you know, pop certain things out and make things really like kind of come forward. But let me. I'm gonna grab the print, or not the print, but the I think the original piece that I inked traditionally a while ago. Turn on the light. shut this down and so I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. Thank you, I appreciate it, guys. All right, let me just clear some room out. This is big. So like I used to do everything when I drew traditionally, or when I was doing more traditional stuff. I had a lot of 11 by 17 stuff. So that was like an alien thing I did. Pull up even more. Not enough room. Anyway, so that's that. Let me. And these, anything you guys see in the book here, I do have. They are for sale, and these are all original. This is all original art. So if there's something that you guys see and you want, just you can DM me and no, these are all original, traditional. So that was a kind of like Godzilla thing that I did with a bunch of other like characters. Guyver. I have prints of this too. This is like the icon. I used to, like I said, I would go to Godzilla convention and I would do a bunch of like Godzilla stuff. This was a Maximum Overdrive piece I did a while ago. These are like comic book pages that I did with my buddy Bill. We did like a Godzilla fan comic. So he wrote everything for it, and I did some of the pages, and he did some of the pages. So it was called Godzilla Primordial, and it was like Godzilla in like prehistoric ages, where like everything was dark and everything was ruled by giant monsters. So it's a little hard to see like what's going on in these, because I actually. So I did these traditionally. No, I did the layouts digitally, printed it out, blue line, did all the ink traditional, and then I put it back in the computer and did another round of like editing to clean things up. So, and this was a fun page. I like this one. So. I'm gonna pull this off this. There you go. So it's that one, and then some more pages. We were kind of combining like those skull crawlers from Kong, and then Godzilla was fighting them. Anyway, so here's that Friday the 13th thing I was talking about yesterday. I did that from that little sketch I had in the book, or my sketchbook from the other day. That was a. Oh, they do. They do. They cost money. Costs a lot of money. I was trying to draw, like somewhat like realistic there. Yeah, like a Jason, a Freddy. I did these a long time ago. This was 2015 when I did that. This is another like poster I did. The Gate. And here's the Rampage. So it's not too bad. I mean, it's definitely different than how I did it today. I used a dipped pen with this. So like with a nib. I don't know if it was a G pen or yeah. It's definitely a different style with this one. And this was back in 2018. This was a Mecha Godzilla. A Predator. Yeah, Jeff Darrow, man, I love his stuff. Another Kong. This was a Kong Skull Island piece. It's like an original character. Camera. Some old Mighty Max thing I did. That was old too. This was a commission I did for somebody. There's a bunch of zombies. Oh yeah, Shaolin Cowboy. I like that. Anybody know who this guy is? This guy used to scare the crap out of me when I was a kid. He's from a movie. It's not The Walking Dead, but pretty much, the zombies. This is a movie poster I did for an independent movie that is supposed to be released maybe later this year. It had Jeffrey Combs in it. It's called The Sorcerer's Beast. Yep, that's right. You got it. That troll. And then this is, and that's an alien piece. Yeah. Anyway, that's it, guys. Like I said, if you guys saw anything in here, or anybody watching this after the fact, if there was, one of these that you guys, anybody was interested in purchasing, just send me a DM. We can talk about the price or whatever. And yeah, so this one I had a lot of fun with. So you got a little bit of everything. You got Evangelion, Godzilla, Gamera, Ultraman. You got the Dragon Zord. Thanks, Darren. You got Kong. So, but anyway, guys, take care. I will try to post this right away, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, thanks.